All right, guys. Little update on Shrek's roof rack. Finally got her finished. Still needs paint, but I got the light bar on. I got the pods lit in the Shrek bumper. I'm gonna pop up here. Very nice mod. Very beautiful. Front brakes all done. Red makes it stop faster. All right, guys. We did a little rebar base. I doubled it up, welded it, I painted it. These are Eric's brackets. I called Jerry. These clips are ridiculous. It's like $200 for clips to put this trim molding right here back in. And Jerry's the greatest guy ever. That's just the price. Anyway, I'm not going to put it back in unless I find them cheaper. So I bought this rack. This rack right here is 1-inch solid tubing, and it was custom made for a dude who had a Land Cruiser. Paid $100 for it. I don't know if you guys remember, I was selling a few. It came with these brackets and some lights. I was selling a few sets of lights he actually gave me. Gave me 3 sets of lights and this rack that he paid $750 to have built 10-15 years ago. I sold all 3 sets of lights, and I ended up making $15, so the rack was free. Again, these are Eric's brackets. I bought probably six pieces of 5/8 rebar, welded them together. I do have them hooked up with one single U-bolt right now. I'd love to change these to stainless steel. I'm still working on it, but I did buy zinc plated. And I'm actually holding the rack down with hose clamps. Same thing, I'm gonna get some type of U-bolt stainless steel to join these together. This 5/8 is a killer though. It's pretty thick and long, so I'm gonna have to, you're talking about, you know, probably 3/4 of an inch by, 3 inches long, which is hard to come by in stainless. I'll check it out, and once I get it. It's only held in by 4 of these right now, but I've been driving it like this for months. I just wanted to touch base. This thing is rock solid. I mean, it's ridiculous. This, again, that's solid 1-inch. It's not hollow. And somebody put the diamond down, the grating. And again, doubled up 5/8 painted. I'm gonna have my kids, this is gonna be a project. We're gonna cover the roof with paper, and they can go out to town at this with either POR or, my little guy runs the wild wheel pretty good. So, and I got a medium guy, about 15. He's strong as a bull. So, anyway, matter of fact, he donated the curved light bar. It came off his ATV. He's my buddy's son, and he's like my little, he's in training over here. He bought himself a welder, and he put a lift kit on his ATV, and he's pretty much mimicking whatever we do on Shrek on his ATV. And kid's got heart, man. This one's for you, D. Beautiful, brother. Love it. I love you, man. Anyway, I wanted to update. Somebody asked me about Shrek, how I ended up with it. No 80/20 for me, just some solid ass steel. I want to be able to pull you out of the mud with my roof rack if I need to. Going to do a ladder off the back eventually, and it's probably going to be doubled up rebar, same thing. I'm trying to figure out how to mount it. I dig Eric's, but I'm not crazy about it. I want to do something, I'm not sure yet, so I'll figure it out. That's for another day. Finishing up on, I just did the front brakes. I did the timing belt. You guys know that I've got 3 videos so far on that on YouTube. And let's see, I did a few mods under there. I'm still going to do the snorkel connection, and I am going to do the dual battery. Shrek had a grounding issue, and the grounding issue was me. When I put it back together, dumbass myself, forgot that bolt right there, which is every ground for the vehicle, basically. It's the alternator ground and the main chassis ground. So, shit happens, but it is the way it is. Found it this morning because we worked late last night. Shrek's coming home with me today, and he's happy to be riding. He does have his little mods in here. I told you I did the switches before. My wife is going to get me the tires for Christmas. I'm going to go with the 285s. I'm going to get the Maxxis buckshots, the buckshot 2s. So that's going to give me another 2 inches of lift. But I did put these rockers in. I got the plate. I got it off of Amazon. Just feels better. So that turns off my pods, and one of them says Sasquatch on it, which is kind of cool. Anyway, you all remember this little mod right here. That goes there. And that's how I roll around town. That's my little 365 Siggy. Go ahead, do what you got to do, brother. Let's see who comes out on top on this one. Anyway, she rides on my side until I get into the truck, and then she rides there when Shrek rolls. She was also thinking about recovering the seats for me in leather. Somebody just had them covered, and they're like, man, it's not cheap. It's like 350 bones a seat, or 250. So right now I'm driving with a cheap ass seat cover. I got a new set of seat covers for both. Still got to strip the rest of this smuggly stuff off the floor over there. Dry ice is the key, somebody told me, so I'm going to give that a shot. And then I'm not sure what I'm going to do down here. Under here I've got, all that muckety-muck. So I'm going to try dry ice, and then I don't know if I want to leave it green or if I want to put a little, bed liner or something like that. I'm gonna replace this with stainless steel. I did all these screws up here in stainless. This one's gonna go to the new connection on this side. Here, I'll pop the hood. Sorry about that, guys. But right now I've got the stock intake tube, mass airflow, temperature sensor, and over here I've got the K&N Apollo. Well, I'd like to do something like Brett said, like off of Amazon. His looks badass, but I still need all these connection points, so I'm not sure. I also thought about taking this and just using it right to the after the mass airflow, and then going chrome all the way. But behind that overflow bottle, I put the power steering pump reservoir back, and I also put the overflow reservoir back. These are coming out, and they're gonna go probably closer to the engine here. Last night I spent the night, I put a new, where you at? I don't know if you can see down there, brand new AC compressor. Everything is nice and clean. Power steering pump I kept the same. I still don't have the fan shroud because I'm just lazy. But I spent last night working on the AC. Came with 0.8 in the compressor. Put another 4.2 of PAG 46, 21 ounces of 134A. I pumped it down for a half an hour, leave it under 30 Hg of vacuum for a half an hour, make sure I got no leaks, and then I added the, I have an injector, I added the oil, and then I added the, I have a scale, and I'm licensed, 509 license here in Florida to do Freon, so I have a scale and I buy 35 pounders. So here's where I'm at right now. Got my painted valve covers. I'm going to do something with the tunnel. I'm going to take it off and clean and paint it, probably either silver or red, although, that engine cover covers it. This is still, all that crap you see on there, that's still mud from when Shrek went swimming. Same thing on the lower radiator hose. That's mud. So anyway, it came out pretty good. I just redid the battery hold down in silver. You know this. I'm getting ready to make a few changes over here once the battery is over here. And just cleaning up a few things. I repainted the prop rod, radiator hold down. I'm just trying to neaten them up, and then I want to drive them for a little bit. Sorry about that. Come on in. Let me show you this, guys. This is my shop. I got my ACs in here. All my tools over here, all my snap-ons, all that crap. My toolbox is over there. Anybody need any of these? They're for 12s, just let me know. There's all my tools, my press, all that stuff. Anyway, here's Shrek's battery box. I bought this off of Amazon. It was like 35 bucks. These are pretty cool. I laid it out. I'm going to use, I've got a battery. There it is over there on the floor. That's a freebie out of one of my cars. It's a interstate deep cell, and it's got the little tabs on it and everything. Although I probably won't use those. But when I put it in there, I left myself a little bit of room. I'm going to cut them just to this side, probably 1/4 inch of the green, and then fold those up in the brake. And then I'm going to mount this and start on the second battery. I am definitely going to have to do some special bracketry to hold this to at least 2 mount as one of my customers' door handles. Anyway, I'm going to have to make some special brackets to hold this thing, to hold it down. It's going to go in front, just behind the driver's front headlight, and it's going to fit really nice in there. Still got a bunch of other stuff to do. Next 2 things are finishing the battery, hold down, and hooking up my dual battery. Somewhere in here. Yeah, there it is. Hold on 1 second. There you go. I got my Blue Sea. I just went straight to the best. This is going to go somewhere next to my split board that I made, my house battery bus, which I already broke off. The stereo, the amplifier, all the lighting is going there. I'm just going to use the battery that came in Shrek as the starting battery, but this is an isolator and a combiner. It has a contour switch like you saw inside. I can do it electrically or on the top of it. If, God forbid, my house battery dies or my starting battery dies, I can manually switch my deep cell in to start the car, like in the woods if you run your radio or whatever overnight. So this is simply the best. There is no better one. It's way overkill for what I need, but Shrek's my boy, you know that. So again, I just wanted to make it an update video. There's my roof rack, and that came out real solid. I'm gonna work eventually on some rock sliders over here. I know there's that one company, they sell some pretty bad ones. It's about 500 bones, so I'm contemplating that. Eric's got the 3-link kit for the back. That's I'm gonna get. I may get the other lift. I want to see what the tires do first. I don't want to lift this thing so high that my 85-year-old mother can't get in the thing. Think I'm going to take off the tire, and as my family, you know that's them too. The little guy. Look at him handling that shotgun. Anyway, the tire's going to go up top on the rack once it's painted. I may mount the hold down for the tire up there and then mount it to that. So we'll see. I don't want to take up the whole rack. Again, I want to do a ladder here. Probably the only one that'll be able to get on it is my boy, but I am going to do it up out of rebar. Still haven't figured it out. I might just go to the bottom of the door like they used to do on those custom conversion vans, and make a nice badass 1/4 inch plate or something to go down there, so that I might be able to hold my slightly large ass. Anyway, guys, that's Shrek. Shrek's going home with me tonight, and he missed me and I missed him. So all right, more to come. Keep watching. You guys got any questions, just hit me up. Comments, anything, just let me know. I'm trying to curse less. I hope this is PG friendly. Every once in a while you'll hear me say shit, but get used to it. All right, take it easy, brothers.